Hi children, how are you? I hope you are fine and you are a very good morning to all. And today we are going to discuss in the science subject lesson number 2, animals everywhere. In that one we are going to discuss about the migration among animals. This is the last topic of your chapter, that is lesson number 2. Okay, in this what you called by migration? The mass movement of animals from one place to another, it is called as migration. Okay, so why do the migration done by the animals? Okay, it can be anything, like I will tell you, it can be for breeding purposes, for breeding, okay, to escape weather, okay children, what do you mean by breeding? Breeding means to reproduce or reproduction, okay. And what do you mean to escape weather? Suppose in the polar region it's very cool and the animals are unable to protect themselves, then they will at a group, they will form the group and they will go to another place where the environment or weather is good, okay children. So in this, what are the examples for the migrations? Let us see. Okay, first one is storks or mallard ducks. Okay, what are they? The mallard ducks. So here the storks and mallard ducks, they are coming to India in the winter season and they are in very high in number. Okay children. So one more is the eels. Do you know children, eels are present in the water. So migration is also happen between the birds and as well as in the water animals. So this is a special case of eels where they have to move from river to the sea to lay eggs. To lay eggs means for breeding purposes, right? To lay eggs means what? To lay eggs for breeding purposes. So the eels are moving from river to the sea, to lay eggs. So what happened in the sea? When the eel gives to lay the eggs, then small tadpoles will be forming, and then what happened? The parent eels are dying. Okay, then the younger ones, the young eels are again they are migrating to the river because already the breeding purpose has been done. Okay children, so this much you have understand. Okay, next one. Yeah, even the butterflies, the monarch butterflies, So monarch butterflies are the examples of the insects. Even the insects also doing the migration. So they are traveling from Canada to Mexico. Understand children? Okay. So one more thing I have to say, the important thing in this migration, that is about the Arctic tern. Arctic tern is the bird of it can fly and migrate from one place to another, and can be migrate from one polar region to another polar region, and without any landing anywhere, it can just occupy or take the distance of 35 kilometers, as you can see, and they can do this one twice a year, like 6 months in one time and 6 months in one time. So Arctic tern is the bird which can fly a distance of very high distance, okay, very high kilometers, like they are covering the distance of 35,000 kilometers, yes, and from Arctic to the Antarctica and Antarctica to the Arctic, okay. So if you see the all the things in the migration, so even the insects, in the water animals, the birds, they are all doing the migration. Yes, so not only the land animals, the birds as well as the insects, they are all doing the migration. Till now scientists has been not concluded that why the migration happens, right? Because we can't say that the birds are migrating from one place to another only for these reasons, only for breeding and escape weather. So maybe there will be other purpose of this, and scientists even they are researching to find out that like how they are migrating, like if the Arctic tern is making this much of distance and without landing anywhere, till now they have concluded that only they are following the sun rays, or they are, because of the sun rays they can go from one place to another. Okay children. And one more thing they are going to find out, that how the direction they are going to check out, because is there anything in their birds mind that they have to go from this place to this place only in a particular time. Okay, so that also scientists to be finding. Okay, even though the scientists are also finding them all the points, but one more thing, only one important thing they have to keep in our mind, that is we should not harm them. That's it. So this is the topic regarding the migration, children. I hope you have understand this, and so when we are going to the next chapter, so I will just give a summary of these all things. Okay, first we have learnt about the different types of animals. Okay, so on the land, on the trees, on the in the water, and in the air also. And then we have done about the breathing mechanism in animals. What are the different organs of breathing in the different animals? Okay, next we have done the feeding habits. Feeding habits, like how the herbivores, carnivores, and herbivores, carnivores, and omnivores have the eating habits. Next is movement in animals. Movement in animals, like how the birds move, how the water animals move, right? What are the hind limbs, fore limbs, about the things we have learnt about. And last one is the migration. So migration is a very good topic, and this is the topic in which still we are going to search so many things, right? So this you have to keep in your mind, children. Okay, so for tomorrow's class we will start the textual reading. Okay children, thank you children, take care, bye bye.
Look out of the windows. Kids, there are migratory birds.
They're nice. They go, but are they ever coming back?
Yes, migration means a temporary change of environment. These birds are arriving from some place in the north to live here during our spring and summer. When it's winter in here, they fly once again to the other environment. This happens year after year. Some migrate hundreds of miles and others thousands.
Wow.
The Arctic tern, for example, is one of the birds that travel the longest distance. It travels twice a year and covers about 12,500 miles in no more than 12 days.
Is it only the birds that migrate?
No. Lots of animals migrate. The migration of turtles is amazing.
Yes, I've watched in a documentary that they sometimes travel thousands of miles to do it. I know that salmons are born in rivers and then they move to the sea to live there, but then come back to the river where they have been born. How can they find their way?
That's very good, Michael. Salmon that migrate from the sea to the rivers follow ocean currents. Besides, they keep the taste of the river water they've been born in their memory.
What about those animals which fly? How can they find their way?
Birds, the same as some insects, like the monarch butterfly, use their sight and memory. They are guided by marks in the land, such as a mountain or lake. Besides, they use the sun and certain stars as reference.
What do they do if it's cloudy?
There is some research that suggests that many animals, like some insects, fish, reptiles, mammals, and birds, can orientate themselves following the cardinal points, the same as a compass.
I don't get it.
The planet Earth works as a giant magnet. That is, it has got magnetism. So it has been demonstrated that certain animals can feel the Earth's magnetic field or geomagnetism and therefore orientate themselves.
Jamie, what's happened to you? When we talked 2 hours ago, you told me that you were leaving for here. I was worried. I thought that I was coming this way, but in fact, I was going in the opposite direction. So what happened? After going around for about 45 minutes, I thought that I should have arrived by then, and realized I was lost. I wished I had wings to fly and see where I was from the sky. Like migratory birds. And the turtles. But turtles can't fly, Jamie. No, what I mean is that turtles also migrate. Don't forget that animals can use more than one method of orientation. Do you mean that they may also be guided by the stars, for example? Or by the sun? Sure, as turtles must, at some point, stick out their heads from the water in order to breathe and see their position. That's right. Hey, don't forget to subscribe and answer the question. You can also click the links on the right to continue learning and click the like button. We appreciate your help. See ya!